Ladies and gentlemen, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be. I'm Sharif. Welcome to the channel that tells you what others don't. What have I got today? I got a Hellvape Grimm. It's by Grimm Green, I believe. That's what it is. I got it in the white one. Actually, it's a black and white one. It's a lovely piece of kit, to look at and to enjoy, so to speak. But it's got a rubbery feel to it, which is quite nice, really. I don't know whether you can see it there. That's the box it comes in. It comes in like this. There's a sleeve to it as well. So that's the sleeve, and then you open it. You get the box itself, and that's the mod seats here. And that's the bits and pieces about it, which I'll tell you all about, as we go along. Looks quite nice. I like the matching drip tip and the colors there. They come in different colors as well. Well, let's give it a go and see. Decent amount of vape. Okay. It comes with two coils. This is I got the 1.2 in there, and it comes also with the 0.7 coil as well. If you want it's quite restricted. Direct lung. Shall we say the battery? The battery is a 1200 mAh battery, which is respectable, and you can it will do a day. Days, or especially on MTL use on direct lung. I really don't know. I don't think it will last that long, but that's the nature of direct lung. It fires up to 30 watts, which is, in my opinion, it's quite good for direct lung. There's a lot of people that do direct lung, and the average is roughly about 20, anything from 25 to 30. 30 watts. So this is right on the edge of it. Some other people go go to the 40s and 80s and 100. No, thank you. But this one is, I would say, predominantly an MTL because there's an airflow in it as well. I'll show you the tank. The tank, because it's not a pod mod, it's a tank really, and that's the tank there. It's a bit dark actually, so you need to put it towards the light, or something to see how much liquid is in it. You can see it is quite dark, and it is dark. It's not just because it's on camera, but all you do is you just pull it pull it that way. The drip tip is a 510, so you can actually take it out, and it looks a bit funny, when you take it out, because it's it's got the you think it's not, but it is. It's got only one large-ish O-ring. Filling is it is fairly empty tank now, or almost empty. Filling is it's quite an easy thing there. It's just a slide on, which I do like that thing there. So all you do is you just slide it out, and you can see the filling hole is quite nice, large one, so it will allow liquid to go in, and the air to come out at the same time, because there's nothing else. And then all you do is just slide it. You slide it back in, and there you are. Now we come to the bit of an intricate side of things. I'm not very keen on these airflows. They can go. You have to take the pod out, or the tank, and you have to adjust your airflow. So that part, I'm not very keen on. Although this one is quite a thickish one, so you can control the airflow, a lot easier. And it's also how you take the coil out. So all you do is just twist it, and because it's got that thickish part to it, the airflow, you unscrew it, and that's becomes your coil there. As you can see, it is this is the 1.2 one, and the holes is quite quite fairly tight. The 0.7 is a bit wider, just fractionally wider. It's not that much, and all you do is you just unscrew the coil, and it comes out, and you just replace it. You will take the BBC coils, the Aspire BBC coils. They're exactly the same size. You can find them everywhere, literally, shops, internet. So you got a much better variety, instead of having to hunt for those particular coils. A lot of these coils nowadays, they are swappable. So when you're buying something, have a look and see whether it is you can swap it or not. I know the vapers PM80, I think it is, can take the Vupu coils. So which they're quite widely available. So as the vapers as well. But there's the tank there, as tank or pod. But there it is there, and all you do is just slide it in there. It goes one way only because you got that part there, that is dipping there. So there's no confusion here. So you put it in there, and away you go. And it fires. I mean, when you take the coil out, especially the 1.2 that I found, is when you take it out and replace it or what have you, when you put it back, it will start at 12, which safeguards the coil in case you had the 0.7 in there and you fire it at 25 watts, so it might burn that one straight away. That's on 12 watts. I personally use it on about, a lot higher than that, because it doesn't give me any satisfaction at 12 watts to me, if I'm completely straightforward with you. 18. I go to 18. Now, when you do 18, you get that, crackle there. On 12, you don't get that. Let's put it down to 12, and, for you to see, that's the 12 one. It takes a while for it to, to pick up. So let's do 18. And see, I mean, that varies from person to person, really. I prefer, that that's my sweet spot, so to speak, on that particular one, because it varies from person to person. Some people, prefer, even lower than 12. Throws a decent amount of vapor. There's a bit of a delay there from pressing the button to, it's only a fraction, but the veterans will know what I'm talking about. There's a fraction bit of a delay. It doesn't fire straight away like some other ones, but it's okay nevertheless. The amount of vapor is fine. The throat heat is fine, provided you put it up, quite a bit. To get that decent throat hit. The flavor is it's a good flavor. It's not out of this world flavor, excellent, but it's okay. A pass. It depicts the flavor fairly decently. Right, the screen is fairly straightforward, fairly simple. There's not much to it. You get the important information. And there's a few functions to it. If you press the plus and power button, will lock it, so you won't be able to change the wattage on it. It will just lock it to that, which is a good one. Let's put it back again. Unlock it. The minus and power button, that will put it into sort of a stealth mode. The one that the screen goes off completely. So there you go. There. You press the button and the screen is off completely, and then you press it again, minus and power button, and it will revert back. What I noticed, because it's very difficult to press them both at the same time, so what you do is you fractionally before the power button you press the minus, so minus first and then the power straight after, and that will sort the problem. Press the plus and minus buttons together, that will flip the screen. It's got a path counter on it, so you press the power button 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you press and hold, and it zeroes it back to 0 again. So this is these are very small things, but they do matter to a lot of people. There's a lanyard that comes with it as well. So the way to put the lanyard is you just take the pod out, and you put the lanyard through these holes there, any of these holes, and you flip it, and then you wear it. It's fairly light for a lanyard, so it's fine. It's not that heavy. The dimensions are is 45 millimeters high, and 19 is that small bit there, 19, or say 2 centimeters there. The width of it is 37 millimeters, so it's a fairly decent one. Run of the mill, I would say. Yet another one, nothing innovative in there. It's just another one, different shape, and what have you. What do I think of it? as I said, it's a run-of-the-mill one. It's good. I don't like the firing part of it. There is a delay always in firing, so that's one thing that I have. And nothing unusual about the shape. A very box standard shape. Box shape. Micro USB, incidentally, as well. In the back there you can see. So there's nothing really, not interesting, nothing really of special, to say. Okay, it comes with two coils, the 0.7, 1.2. You will take the BBC coils, the Aspire BBC coils, they're exactly the same size. You can find them, everywhere, literally, shops, internet. So you got a much better variety, instead of having to hunt for those particular coils. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a box standard, piece of mod. Very functional, it works. It will take a few knocks here and there because of the rubbery feel and the not anti-scratch, but it won't scratch that easily. You get some other ones, especially in the black ones, and you start scratching it here and there, and eventually end up with a stainless steel mod instead of the black color or blue or whichever color. Eventually it goes down to stainless steel, and they just coat them with a different color. So there you have it. That's the Hellvape Grimm kit. So would I recommend it? It's a 50-50 really. I'll leave it up to you. If you find it on offer somewhere, that's that's great. But apart from that, there's other ones that are more interesting, shall we say. They are. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video. Thank you. Bye bye.